So this is part 3 in the Christmas Star Christmas in July series, and what I'm going to be doing today is getting this quilted. Normally I don't take a project this far with you following along, but I thought it's small enough, it's a nice easy thing to do, so why not? So what I've done is I've got ahead and used my wall basting technique. So I have underneath the batting, I have a backing, and then of course we have what we worked on in parts 1 and 2. And what I've decided to use is a light chiffon yellow. It's by Glide, and I'm going to do a matchstick type walking foot technique, which is basically just vertical lines going down through the center. I haven't quite figured out the spacing yet, but it won't be too dense. And the only thing I've decided to do is I'm not going to go through the tree here because I want this to pop out. So I'm going to come down, I'll echo the outside of the tree, and then I'll continue down the other side. So let's get started, and I'll take pictures and short videos as I go along, but this is not going to be one where you're going to be watching me for hours as I do this. So let's get busy. Just a few things while I'm getting my machine set up for using a walking foot. So this is the foot that I will be using. It came with my Juki machine. I've got a fresh bobbin in there. I've cleaned out my machine, which is really important to get all that extra stuff out. I've got a test sandwich, so I will be testing the stitches. I've got a fresh package of needles, which I will install. These are the ones that I like to use. They're Oregon, which are actually made by Brother. I have my quilting gloves. I have my slicker mat. I have my thread, a couple extra bobbins. I will need to adjust the pressure on my presser foot and adjust the stitch length. So I will get set up and then I'll start sewing. A little update on the quilting here. I had to do away with the glide thread. It kept breaking. I've moved back over to an Aurifil. I believe it is a 40 weight. It is in a soft beige yellow colorway. So I've done this echoing along the tree and then run it down the stem. This is what the backing looks like. So I will continue. I think I'm just going to repeat this a couple on this side and then I'll figure out what to do. So stay tuned for more to come. So first part of the quilting is now done. I decided to do kind of a cross hatch in the upper part, and then this is mirroring the tree here and then going down, kind of mirroring the stem of the tree. So on the sides I'm just going to do some straight lines going down this way, and then that should finish it up. I am looking for some neat beads to put in here because if I do decide to use this as a wall hanging, I think it'd look kind of cool. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll be back in a bit. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but I have finished all the quilting. I did do some stitch in the ditch around the center blocks in the tree just to hold them in place. And then you can see the pattern of all the outlines that I did. So turning it over, I just want to show you how I finished it off. In the border, I ended up doing X's through each of these piano keys. This is the top where the crosshatch comes through. And then on the sides, originally I was going to do vertical lines, and I decided, hey, that's a little bit boring, so I challenged myself. I changed to a 60 weight thread, and I echoed the outline of the tree by doing V's like here and here. Some of them don't match up 100%, but I'm fine with that. So again, overall it makes it look like you've got the smaller tree lines here, and then you've got the larger ones here, and then going down to the base I've got this continuing with the lines here again to mirror what's over here. So I'm going to square this up and then I'm going to bind it. And I was looking at some of my binding options. I really like to use stripes. So I have one that I just kind of keep on hand here. This is a gray and white. And then I also have a blue and white. This was going to be originally my plan, but the blues just don't match well enough for me. And because there's a lot of darker blues within the quilt, I'm going to use some yardage that I have on hand. This is left over from something else, so I will cut these to 2.5 strips and do the binding from the front to the back, and then I will work on hand stitching the back, because this is something I will be displaying for years to come, and I just want a nice finish on it. So I will show you once I have that all done. Okay, I'm just showing you I have the binding all sewn on. I just need to hand stitch it to the back, so it is being held in place with my paper clips, which is one of the methods that I like to use. So I'm just scrolling down to show you how it turned out. I may add some buttons or other embellishments to the tree, but overall I'm very happy with how it turned out. So please, thank you for following along on this series with myself and the other content creators. So as always, sew safely and sew with Debee. Bye for now.